So I figured I would just take y'all on a journey. I've been wanting to like really dive into my journey and like everything I've been through and what happened to me and how I literally went from the lowest of the low to the highest of the high in a matter of months, when I was down and out for years. So this video is going to consist of several different settings, doing several different things, but just like I got to finish up these spiritual kids, so I'll be doing different things, but the purpose really isn't what I'm doing in the video, it's what I'm saying. So I get a lot of questions, just a lot of questions about spirituality and where to begin, how do you start it, what happened. So I'm gonna tell y'all a story, just like so we can really get into this. I was in Florida and then I came up to Dallas. I was living in Dallas with some family, and one of my old friends from when I lived out in Dallas in like 2016, she just happened to move back up here in like April or something. March, April, I don't know. We linked in April. I think it was in April. Whatever. The time really doesn't matter. Just know sometime in April. Okay. So anyways, like she was basically trying to tell me like that she was into spirituality and she could communicate with spirits, but like without making it sound bad. Like, cause you know how people are with stereotypes and like whatever the fuck judgments and shit. Like, you know how motherfuckers are. So anyways, after she told me that, I was like, oh shit, like you can talk to spirits? She's like, yeah. So I was like, can we like try to contact one that like I've just been dying to talk to? And she's like, yeah. So we did it and the spirit came through and it was like the wildest shit I ever fucking saw. Like it was super fucking crazy. And I was just in awe, like holy shit. So then I was like, okay, can we do it again? But this time, like, I want to hold the vessel that you use to communicate with the spirit. And it came through, and it was strong. And I could not only see it, I could feel it. It was, like, really crazy. So then, the next day, I go and do a session with a clairvoyance at a metaphysical shop. And I'm basically like confirming that I contacted that spirit is my spirit guide and like what they want from me and whatever. So, my spirit's guide's name is Jose. So basically, I got confirmation that Jose was with me. And, after that, like, everything just started coming back together, a full circle for me. I knew that there was more to the world. I knew that there was more out there than what we are taught, what we are shown, and what we believe in growing up. And when you get to a point where you realize everything but the foundation of what you learned growing up is basically a lie or not true or manipulated or made up, and like not even by your parents, but by like the government, the world, like how much of our history is fucked up backwards and like not even correct information. Like, how do you discover land that somebody already lived on? Like just a bunch of shit, like so much shit. That's like a whole nother video. I can like fucking do a conspiracy video like series if like that's ever warranted or wanted. But basically my biggest question in life though was, what is the fucking purpose of human beings? Like, why are we here? Like, what's the point? And like that question couldn't be answered by anyone or anything or any religion. Nothing on this planet could give me that answer. And so it just seemed like there was honestly just nothing to live for. That was like a very intense thing to have within you and hold around. And especially, you know, you get called crazy or diagnosed with all this crazy shit, like, because they don't understand, or they don't want you to understand, really. So, to condense this story down, basically, I discovered in April that this whole 3-year journey, or 3.5-3-year journey, was me going through a spiritual awakening. I had basically been going through a spiritual awakening for the last decade, but the last 3 years was like, no, I was going through a spiritual journey the last 10 years, but the last like 3 years was a spiritual awakening. And I had no guidance. I had no one to put those things together for me. I had never met anyone that could speak to or contact spirits. I never met anyone that does witchcraft. Like, I never knew about where even Thor and Loki really come from, the Celtic gods and goddesses, Freya. Like, I didn't realize how much shit is real. That's like right there. And people just don't like really, well, now it's a fad for some reason. And okay, that was like totally crazy for it to be like a fad now while I'm learning and going through it. And so y'all know I was off of social media for basically like over a year, for real. And so I come back to social media and like everybody's into crystals and tarot cards and fucking pendulums and shit. Like, oh shit. Like, okay, but half of y'all like are just doing it just because it's like the thing to do, so whatever. But for those of you that are really here to learn, to evolve, to really get a grip back on your life, to help cure your depression, your anxiety, you gotta fucking come with me, listen to me, let me help you, let me be your guide. I was depressed as fuck, suicidal as fuck, had the worst, most horrible anxiety, diagnosed with bipolar, borderline personality disorder, PTSD fucking D. Like, most of my anxiety was my fucking chakras. Like, I had no motherfucking clue what chakras really were. Like, obviously I've heard that term growing up, but I didn't not know what the fuck they were. I didn't understand vibrations. For the whole month after my like initial contact with the spirits, and I kept talking to Jose every single day, I thought I was tripping. I was doubling up on my anxiety medicine for like 2 weeks, because my strongest one, because like the entire world was vibrating. I thought I was gonna fall off the fucking planet. Like, I'm on the second story in the apartment, sitting on the ground, and like, it's just like, I could feel the fucking little cars driving through on the street. Like, the vibrations were intense. Everything was fucking vibrating. Like, I was like fucking going through it. And this whole time I had been taught that that was anxiety. No, it was my chakras trying to communicate with me the whole time, but that was a misdiagnosis. And I don't know why, like, our side of the world isn't like more into this shit, but like fucking the Asians, Asia, like, that just whole entire side of the planet, like, they know this shit. They're deep into this. Like, Reikis, I didn't know what a Reiki was. Like, the ability to manipulate real life energy. Energy can't be created nor destroyed, but it can be transmuted. I have evolved my way of thinking. I don't think negatively anymore. I see the lesson in everything. Everything that I go through. I might get negative for 30 seconds to 60 seconds. Dead ass. I won't let myself get more negative than that. And I've really trained myself to, if I start thinking negative, like, nope, we're gonna nip that shit in the butt. Like, no negativity. Like, negative energy, I don't do that. I really don't do negative energy at all. Like, you can transmute any negative energy coming your way and a positive energy into power. Like, as a human being, you should be evolving every day. You should be learning every day. Really, we've gotten out of the practice of like soaking in knowledge and really learning every day. I'm always listening. I have 3 different apps for audiobooks. I have an app for actual books on my phone. I have a shit ton of books now. Like, I'm constantly reading, constantly researching. Like, I hardly ever watch just bullshit just to watch it. Like, let's say like 1 to 2 hours out of my day, I might watch something just like for pure entertainment. But aside from that, like, nothing I do is like for nothing. Like, I'm always learning. Like, if I'm working, I'm usually have my AirPods on and I'm studying. Like, I've been studying the fuck, especially out of the fucking medicinal properties out of weeds and herbs. Like, holy shit. I had no idea about that stuff. Like, I really didn't. I was on 11 medications 6 months ago. I'm on 3 now. That's fucking crazy. I don't even go to therapy anymore. Like, I'm my own therapist. Well, me and my spirit guides. I talk to lots of spirits, but I'm just saying, like, you can find your own happiness within you. Another thing is giving your all to another person and making that person be your pure happiness will fucking kill you. If someone is walking around with an attitude for 3 years and they're never happy for 3 years, bitch, you might as well be fucking dead if you're putting all your happiness into another person and not into yourself. Like, that was huge, bro. That was a huge issue. You have to create the environment that you want to be in. If someone's never happy or satisfied and they're your happiness, how are you ever going to be happy or satisfied? Like, we have to stop putting so much energy and putting our all into other people and like really realize that we are all we need. All we need is us. Like, you don't need nothing more than you and your thoughts, okay? There's a whole entire fucking universe out here that people don't know about or don't know how to get through to. Fluoride, you need to clean your system out of fluoride. If you, toothpaste, fluoride free, paraben free, all that shit, sulfate free, like all that shit. Get that shit the fuck out. There's fluoride in everything. Do not buy store-bought tea. Do not buy store-bought tea no more. It is packed with fluoride. Also, to clean your fluoride out of your system, dandelion root. What does cleaning fluoride out of your system do? Opens your third eye, which is your pineal gland, which is like what they say your mind's eye is, and allows you to see or be more susceptible to the spiritual world. So, if your third eye is clogged, it's really kind of impossible for you to see and feel the spiritual realm. And when I say see, some people can see spirits running around all day. I wouldn't say that's fortunate or unfortunate. I don't have that gift yet. I'm not there yet. I can feel spirits. I can hear them. I can ask for visions of things. But as far as just walking around every day with my eyes open, I don't just see spirits floating around. Some people do, though. But there's like just so many different factors. But really, like, also I suggest like anyone questioning like their religion or what they believe in or themselves or their purpose or anything, like, sit down, write yourself 5 to 10 questions, like serious questions that you like need the fucking answer to. Start a journal, write 5 to 10 questions down, and restart your religion like you're new. Explore it again. See if you can find your answers in your religion. That's where I suggest people start first. Because you need to understand what it is that you believed your whole life before you explore the other shit. Also, I highly, highly, highly recommend starting a spiritual journey off with someone you can speak to that's already been through this. Because if someone would have sat me down 3 years ago and told me this is what I was going through, I would have bypassed a lot of my suicidal thoughts, attempts, depression, all that. Like, if someone would have sat me down 3 years ago after that summer when I really woke the fuck up and told me, like, oh, you're going through a spiritual journey, this is like what's happening to you, you need to explore here. Bro, most of that shit wouldn't even have fucking happened to me, but that's okay. I think it needs to happen to me so I can teach other people to not go through that shit. Like, stop believing everything a doctor tells you and start doing your own research, and just know that the natural world is like there for a reason. There's a reason why holistic things used to be done back in the day. Like, dandelions are fucking amazing weeds. Like, they're great for your body. I really suggest studying herbalism. Like, that's big, huge. I wanted to give y'all like a full little introduction, I guess, on where I've been, what I've been doing, my thoughts, what you can expect from me on social media, and everything like that. Oh God. Right now I'm going through withdrawals from some of these psych meds. So out of nowhere, I just got super nauseous and fuck. Shit sucks. I told myself when I got off Xanax that I'd never let them put me on some shit that my body could get addicted to again, but they didn't fucking tell me this time. So, let's talk about these spiritual kit I'm making that's pretty much done, that I'm gonna get posted today. I basically made this kit because of like all of the questions I get from people, and a lot of people are like where I was a few years ago, and like you just really start questioning shit that doesn't make sense in your heart and your soul and your mind, and you just like don't know where to go from there. And especially because like, you know, it goes against what you're taught. Sometimes it'll go against like your whole religious practices and what like you were taught growing up. But also there's just so much spiritual shit out there. Like, people don't know where the fuck to start, what the fuck to get, how the fuck to use it, like all that shit. So the main focus of the spiritual kit, this one, is charging your opening your chakras, charging them, self-care, crystal work, which is gonna go back into self-care. So everything is tied back to self-care and about you. So even like the candle, the candle's dressed in lavender, chamomile, rose. What else did I put in there? Sandalwood. I put one more thing in there, I can't remember right now, but all of those things are very healing and self-care herbs, and just good for bringing your spirit back down to a clear space. Like, and so the candle's also really good for meditating. I didn't overly scent these ones, so you guys can give me some feedback. Like, some people are really sensitive to scents, like my aunt that I live with. But then other people are like me, and they want like the strongest fucking smells of shit that they think smells good. Fuck. Doing spiritual work all day and night is motherfucking tiring, okay? But like, there is a coffee sea salt sugar scrub in there And that one is like a literal, a physical, a mental, and spiritual cleanser. So you're literally cleansing the negative energy from you, the negative vibes from you. You're unblocking whatever it is. So while I'm doing my coffee scrub, I like to say, I release any and everything that does not serve me. And I say that over and over again while I'm scrubbing in counterclockwise motions. So counterclockwise is taking away from you, and clockwise is bringing to you. So you do that, scrub counterclockwise with the scrub, and say, I release any and everything that does not serve me. Make sure you do your motherfucking feet. The bottom, the side, the top, in between the toes, you do your feet. Feet hold so much fucking energy in them. Another thing, take your ass outside and hit a go-yam. If you don't know what a go-yam is, it just means you outside with no shoes on. You really feeling the earth, the nature. You outside with no shoes on. Yes, meditating outside. Like, I didn't do it today, but the last 2 days I did it. Like, the first thing I do when I go outside is, or when I wake up, is pretty much go to the bathroom and then take my dog outside. So I like to go sit in the grass for at least 10 minutes, up to like 20 to 30 minutes, and really ground myself back down to the earth and try to meditate and charge my chakras for the morning. Binaural beats, those are really good to listen to at night. They can help with all types of different energy workings, whether that's bringing things to you or taking things away. The power of the tongue, the power of the mind. Stop telling yourself something's gonna go wrong. Stop telling yourself you can't do something. Stop telling yourself any and all negative feelings and thoughts. And if you can't stop the negative thoughts, then you need to override them with positive thoughts until the negative thoughts drown out. For some of you that go through that, that will make sense. For others of you, that might not make sense, but it's not for you. As soon as you think a negative thought, tell yourself no. And whatever the positive is or opposite of that, tell yourself that. Like, whatever you think is going to happen is going to happen. If you tell yourself over and over and over again that you're not going to get that job, then you're not going to get that fucking job, whether you crush the interview or not. If you tell yourself that's not going to happen, then it's not going to happen. Just like manifestation, that shit's real. When you have all these celebrities and big time people saying they had a dream and they followed it, like, they're being dead ass. Everything they did was for that dream, and they full-fledged 100% without a shadow of a doubt believed in them fucking selves. Like, you got to believe in yourself. You got to know what you're doing and why you're doing it. You got to remember to remember. Like, meditating for at least 5 minutes a day starting out, whether everything shuts off in your mind or not. Everything doesn't shut off in my mind still. I can get to a pretty quiet place, but I have yet to conquer pure silence of the brain. But I'm working on it. Give me a couple days and I'm making an oil, a clear mind oil, so we'll see how that goes. But so what I would recommend when you're getting this kit is, one, open it up, read everything, and just kind of do a little Google search on different things you see. Everything's going to be labeled, or everything is labeled, so you can look up the name of it and look up the spiritual meaning of it, and also look up the medicinal meaning of it. Like, medicinal is really important to me because of all the ailments I have, especially most of them or all of them are invisible ailments. If you're a woman, stop using tampons. I used to have the worst cramps. Like, I was dying. Like fucking dying. I switched to honey pot pads, and it took 3 periods, and I barely have cramps anymore when I have a period. Now I have fucking cysts and shit going on, so I go through those pains. But as far as like actual period cramps, they don't feel like contractions anymore. But look up everything in the spiritual kit and then see if anything resonates with you. And just kind of remember that. So I would basically do that, and then you're going to go ahead and use one of either, let's just start off with the sage stick. So you can use a sage stick or the smudge stick, and you're going to cleanse your space. So you're going to light it, and you're going to get it really big, lit, and flamed up on there, and you're going to blow it out, and you're going to keep blowing on the smudge stick until it's really nice and smoky. I like to get like a nice smoldering hot, like real good smoke fire, and you're going to cleanse. I personally star things to activate the elements and spirit. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go counterclockwise around everything in the home, around you, wherever you're about to really start opening and practicing your spiritual things. You need to make sure that's like your sacred, clean space. But I recommend cleansing the whole entire house if you've never done that before. So you're going to go counterclockwise, and you're just going to think about energy dispersing and leaving from your space, your home, your person. You want to go counterclockwise over your feet, your hands, your head, the dogs, the kids, your bed, your pillow, like everything. And then you want to make sure you're opening up a window, opening up a door, turning on the fans, and letting all of that disperse out. And imagine in your head or with your third eye, all of those negative things leaving from you. Then you're going to go back, and you can use the same smudge stick, or you can light one of the barks that's in there, or you can light one of the incense sticks, and you're going to go clockwise around the whole house, your pillow, your blankets, the kids, the dog, the cat, the birds, the bees, your feet, your hands, your head, your everything. You're going to go clockwise around that, and you're going to imagine clean energy coming, positive energy coming, just being at a peaceful state of mind. And you're going to go clockwise, and you're going to do that around everything I just told you to do. And after that, now you're ready to start to set up a sacred space or a meditative space. So in order to do that, you're going to just make a clear space. I kind of recommend when you first start out to actually be grounded to as low to the ground as you can be. So even if you're on the second story of an apartment, be on the ground. So you can set up a rug, a blanket, a sheet, or something if you want, or just nothing. But just to have it like a nice clear space. You can have a table on there, or a small little anything. Just kind of like elevate a little bit. And you want to grab your candle, and you want to kind of whisper to your candle whatever it is that you want it to do. If you want positive energy, if you want a clear space, if you want to help meditate, if maybe you want some self-confidence, self-love, whatever it is. So you want to hold that candle, and you kind of want to meditate or kind of talk to your candle, tell the candle what you would like the candle to do. Now, everything in this kit has been, 1, created with love, 2, cleansed properly, and 3, blessed properly. And then most of the items in this kit have sat on my altar, and so they've gotten a lot of energy from my ancestors, my deities, my spirit guides, everything like that. But everything's like highly blessed, highly favored, very good energy and everything. And just know everything was made out of pure love. Whatever it is that you need for yourself, that's out of light, whatever you're asking for, it'll come for you. So you're going to go ahead and do that. You're going to take one of your incense. I recommend burning one of the dragon's blood incense and then one of the other incense in your pack, or your third eye incense, and let those go. And then you're going to sit down, and you're going to just try to get yourself to a clear state. I have to literally tell myself over and over again, clear your thoughts, clear your mind, clear your thoughts, clear your mind. If you're a person that has to get it out before you can release it, then grab a journal and just jot down whatever it is for the next 5 to 10 minutes. It doesn't even have to make sense. It doesn't have to go together, nothing. Just jot that shit down real quick to get it out of your mind. And then I recommend setting the crystals in front of you and kind of looking at them, seeing if you feel anything from them, and gravitate towards the crystal that is calling your name. Use your crystal and place it on your chakra points, which the book. That's important. The book's gonna help you. So make sure you're using your book. It'll show you where your chakra points are. It'll tell you about the crystals and stuff. So I would start with your root chakra and go up from there, and just follow the book and the direction and the crystals. So the clear quartz crystal, or not the clear quartz, but the quartz crystal you have, it's a mix of milky quartz, and clear quartz all together. I harvested them from Georgia myself. They're very powerful, very beautiful. This isn't one, but this is an example of a quartz crystal. So the one that looks like this in there was handpicked. I chose not to put Palo Santos in your kits because it is going out extinct because it's so popular. They have fucking Palo Santos at Walmart. Palo Santos is not supposed to be your go-to cleanser. It's one thing to have an incense or essential oil, but to burn an actual Palo Santos stick every day is very wasteful. Palo Santos is very sacred, and because it's going extinct, I really encourage you to use pine, cedar, or cypress wood in place of Palo Santos. All right. I think this is good for this beginner type video. There's a lot of information in here, and there's a lot of information that's going to just continue to come. And I think I might just kind of start doing things vlog style because I'm just always doing stuff. But also, don't forget your kits come with a 30-minute session with me. So I personally recommend doing a 5 to 10 minute reading with me. So we just do a small 3 to 5 card tarot spread, and then I just communicate with my spirit guides to see what personal messages or things that you need to work on or do. And then I recommend using the other 20 minutes to speak to me about whatever it is that you want to speak to me about, whether you need guidance or whatever. Oh, because my name, HAPPIEST. Selene is the name of the full moon goddess. Selene is also named after selenite. Spelled the same way, but with the I at the end. This is selenite. And selenite doesn't need to be charged nor cleansed, so it can cleanse or charge anything. And selenite and Selene and the full moon goddess all represent mental health, clarity, purpose, reasons for why you're here. So if you want to know why I'm doing this, that's your answer. All right. Peace, love, blessings, everyone. Thank you so much to any and everyone that has been purchasing from me. I'm really going to be pushing to be on social media, making new products and promoting all the time. I have Florida sand, which you use to hold your incense and Palo Santos sticks in your shelves or in your ashtrays. I have the coffee scrub. Oh, I totally forgot. It's a blue lotus flower smoke blend, which is what the Egyptians used to smoke and drink every day. It's like a psychoactive thing. You can smoke it, burn it as an incense, or drink it as a tea. If you drink it as a tea, there's 2 cups. If you burn it as a joint, there's up to 4 joints in there. And if you burn it as an incense, then you can kind of spread it out to like 3 to 4 incense burns. But it'll induce psychoactive effects. So I guess similar to shrooms, I've never done like illegal shrooms. I've done like legal medicinal shrooms. But so when I say psychoactive, it just kind of like drops the spiritual veil for you, but it's not like an acid trip or something. I've never done that either, but I just imagine what we see on TV or what people say. Like, it's not like totally crazy, but it will get you in a more meditative, relaxed, kind of like spiritual space. It'll open you up and make you a little bit more susceptible to the spirits. When you choose to use that, you need to make sure you light your candle as a form of protection, just in case. I can explain more of that in another video. So, for the next few days, I'm going to do a video on each product in the spiritual kit and link it on the YouTube, and then link it also to the Etsy shop. So I have a lot of stuff to be doing, a lot of work to be doing, so just stay on the lookout for me and everything I have going on. Thank you in advance for buying these kits. They're going to start off with 3 at first, and then like over the next few days I'm just going to be putting up more and more of them. There's just like a lot of work and a lot of stuff I have to do for all of these kits, which is fine. I'm like super excited about it, and I hope you guys really love this stuff. Don't forget to share, subscribe, follow me. If you have my number, like if you need help, guidance, anything, you can hit me up. If you know anyone that needs a reading, needs help, needs guidance, like you can give my number out. My email is psychic Haley, HALEY, Selene, SELENE @gmail.com. Email me for any of your spiritual workings, readings, questions, and things like that. If you want to contact me directly, email me. Unless you have my phone number, then you can text me. But other than that, email me so I can like kind of keep things a little organized. But other than that, thank you for listening. I know this has been kind of all over the place. I've truly been all over the place. But if you like what you see, if you want to continue with me, then just go ahead, subscribe, stay here, like the video, share it. But we're on the way up this year, okay? I know what I'm here for, and I know how to get there. Now I just got to execute it. So, peace, love, blessings.